Now, let's talk about the lie of capitalism. When we're dealing with a very complex system, almost incomprehensibly complex and changing, like an economy, central planning that doesn't work, etc., etc. So, therefore, the best answer seems to be capitalism. If you think capitalism sucks, that's again where the question comes up, as opposed to what? Now, what is the lie of capitalism, though? The lie of capitalism is that everything will be perfectly distributed according to, let's say, perceived effort. It's not effort that counts, it's the market's validation of effort that counts, which can be gamed, manipulated, and delayed. You can work very hard for a very long time and get no reward. You can work very hard for a short time and get high reward. And you can do almost no work and game the system and get some quick, immediate reward. Or maybe even get lucky and through the mere chance of rolling a dice, end up on tails 8 times out of 10 and do really well. And people say, well, that's a capitalist problem. That's because capitalism is unfair, blah, blah, blah. Where the reality is, it's maybe a bug in the system, but it's also maybe luck. Now, in addition to this, the lie of capitalism, though, is that you have perfect information. Because, yes, over time, people do identify the best product or service. Over time, the market constraints and demand do play out. But the problem is the time. And the problem is truly, I think, if we were able to subtract marketing from capitalism, then it may be a closer to perfect system. Because marketing is a way of gaming the system. Marketing is a way of not providing perfect information. So therefore, most of the complaints about capitalism that people experience, at least on a day-to-day life, I would say is actually because of marketing. As far as valid excuses go, lack of perfect information. Other complaints, like the inequities, are things that occur in any system. The complaint that some trees are taller than other trees happens just in any system that's going to occur. There's going to be shorter people, taller people, people that are better at certain things, people that are more motivated than other people that are more lazy, people that are going to be a little more effective, people that are going to be a lot less effective, and everything in between. Inequities in a system does not prove the imperfection of a system. But, again, if I were to add one more to the lie of capitalism, is the idea of crony capitalism, where the government is in on the deal and creating unfair advantages. Yes, of course, but that's been discussed a lot and I think fairly understood. But I think the one piece that is a bug in a free market system is marketing. If we're able to ensure that government stays out of the markets as much as possible, there's not crony capitalism and things of that nature, people are not committing fraud, which I guess, as I think about it, marketing in the way that it's bad can be fraud, but that's where the semantical challenge of marketing comes. And again, the imperfect information. I think capitalism is a really great system, and can be even more great if we were able to somehow have people receive complete, full, accurate information that they're able to put into context and use to make buying decisions. And that, of course, is where obviously we live in the information age, or I guess now we're living in some other age. Maybe we're coming out of the information age, but people have more information than ever. So that has made certain things far more transparent, but it has also brought with it unintended consequences. Again, as does every system. If I had to pick one or the other, socialism or capitalism, I would definitely choose capitalism every day of the week and twice on Sunday.